there were more black women that had abortions than black babies born in New York last year.
I cut you to live right as you said that.
You gotta warn me about these things.
I was gonna tell you we're live and you start talking.
Oh, welcome everybody. That's one hell of a, that's a little bit of insight into shit that we talk about when we're not live. I don't know if that's true. Just to clarify, just a stat that's been tossed around. It might be false. Welcome everybody to Lesser Saints of Discord, your one and only pre-show to the YouTube Saints. Coming at you every Friday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it's 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, fuck.
You're usually silent right as things are starting up.
So it worked out perfect. I was hoping I had like 10 more seconds. I wanted to throw you off a little bit. It worked.
And then I threw you right back off.
Yep. Okay. Discord news. What's going on in that hellhole?
Oh, well. Issues with scheduling for the town hall for February, so we're going to push it back since it's only 2 weeks away. The March town hall will be taking place in 2-ish. We're going to be having the March town hall next.
Okay.
I'll double check scheduling. It may be a week late, but we'll figure that out. Yeah. Well, gotcha. You'll be informed either. Oh, wrong button. God damn it! Fucking computer. You'll be informed. You guys will be informed either next Sunday or this Sunday after, depending on the situation.
Cool.
Alright.
A truck caught fire in my neighborhood.
How's that?
One of those box trucks. Yeah, this isn't Discord news. This is just something that I got to witness today. Suspicions say there's a meth lab being run out of the back of it. Damn.
Why does that not surprise me that you own a meth lab?
Why? I didn't say I owned a meth lab.
You said you saw a truck catch fire. I've seen where you live. There's no way you saw a truck without owning it.
What? No, it was a box truck. Jeez. Caught another car on fire, too. Fucking intense. Oh, god damn it. That whole beginning just threw me off entirely.
Good news, everyone!
I didn't say it was good news.
No, I'm saying you were thrown off. Good news, everyone!
Okay. You know what? You know, my first statement might be a good segue into our first article anyway.
Let's just jump into it. Like Philly D.
Sup, you beautiful bastards.
Who appears to be very happy that he is now a meme.
He's been a meme for years.
No, he has officially become a meme, like picture image meme, and he was talking about it on the PDS today.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see today's. Yeah, anyways.
Well, that's just because you're you. By the way, people,
I haven't gotten around to watching it yet.
Real quick, Oregon has put a bill forward that would severely restrict gun rights in that state. If you live in Oregon, look up... Oh, fuck, what is that?
It's like SB 501.
SB 501. Look up SB 501. Realize how shit it is. You can also go to the Gun Collective and check out their most recent legal brief. They go over it. it is absurd unless you're a gun control advocate. At which point sounds unreasonably tame, but it's just honestly absurd.
I heard it was literally written by high schoolers.
That would not surprise me. Because
by people in Oregon, we're talking about you, Jeff.
He responded to me, by the way.
Good. Good.
Yeah. I don't want to see anyone else suffer the fate of California, New York, or Chicago. And by that I mean become so anti-gun that you become so... that you pass socialist shit in order to prevent people from owning shit that they have a right to own. I'm looking at you, pistol roster, or handgun roster. I mean, for fuck's sake, you can own an FN57 with a that's all black, perfectly legal. But that exact same firearm, but with a tan slide, completely illegal.
Yeah, that's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
But it's a different color. It makes a different gun.
It is functionally identical. The only difference being the color. That is stupid. That is bureaucratic bullshit. And I want to burn the legislation to the ground.
Hashtag abortions and guns for all.
I want an abortion.
I need to get one soon.
I need it. God, I wish I could get a late-term abortion. Not for anyone else, for myself.
Yeah. Well, you can. Okay.
No, that's considered a crime.
Yeah, what is the aim in making suicide illegal?
Suicide is the only crime where you get punished if you fail.
Yeah.
Like, what the...
It's so dumb, especially...
Especially what? What?
Especially when you put it...
Ooh, Mr. Roboto.
Anyways, you want to talk about pizza?
Yeah, let's talk about pizza. Let's talk about pizza. Yeah. Oh, shit. There we go. Papa John's is adding a chicken and waffle pizza to the menu. Thank you, Business Insider, for having such a shitty layout that I have to expand this to a fucking god-awful distance.
I know, right? By the way, Business is the only article we're ever going to do from Business Insider, because they tried to threaten and take my money for having ad block. They literally gave me two options. Turn off, if you want to read this article, not this one, it was a different article. But it's like, if you want to read this article, either turn off ad block or start giving us money.
Yeah. Anyway, let's continue. Papa John's is adding an unorthodox pizza to the menu. This week, the pizza chain announced it would add a hot honey chicken and waffles pizza to the menu later this year. According to Papa John's, the pizza will be topped with crispy chicken, waffle crumbles, bacon, cheese, and spicy honey. The decision to add chicken and waffles pizza to the menu was made after Papa John's held a Twitter poll earlier in February, offering a range of new specialty pizza options. Choices include hot honey chicken and waffles, huevos rancheros, and the roast, which featured pulled pork, bacon, and chili hoisin barbecue sauce.
That sounds pretty good.
That last one I would try. Holy shit. Papa John's also teased the unpizza, which the chain described as pizza toppings without any doughy base. Hot honey chicken, and that's kind of cool. Hot honey chicken and waffles pizza won the poll with more than 70% of the final vote. What was the rest of it? The roast? Because that's seriously, that sounds fucking delicious. Papa John's is
rancheros.
Huevos rancheros. I don't know why people eat that.
I don't even know what it is.
It's a specific way of preparing eggs, and you add all these toppings. Papa John's is currently working to win back customers after a difficult 2018 sales plummet, following news that founder John Schneider had used the N-word on conference calls, leading to Schnatter being ousted from the company. Which is really funny, because they're trying to solve racism with racism.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Rimshee and I were talking about before the show. Chicken and waffles pizza. We thought they were just trying to do some retribution and get back in the good graces of the black community by doing a stereotypically black food. But I guess not.
I guess it's even deeper than that.
Yeah, they actually had a vote on it, so doesn't seem as bad as we thought it was.
It's still pretty bad.
It does not look good, especially when they mention in the article
a shit ton of white. Holy fuck, yeah. That's the bullshit that Business Insider does with their fucking bullshit. Fuck.
God damn it.
I wish that their format was better. They need a format editor. They need someone to hop onto the web design shit. Fucking words. I swear. Yeah,
well, we all know that news sites are terrible at two things.
Apparently, Biotech Babe really likes the idea of chicken and waffle pizza. Yeah. Either that or she's agreeing with the roast. I'm hoping it's the latter, but if I wouldn't be against trying the chicken and waffle pizza. Yeah.
There's a restaurant in my area that's a front for an illegal pot business. They have pretty good chicken and waffles.
Spicy honey. The spicy honey is the only bit that I'm hesitant on, but I would definitely give it a try. I want pizza right now. Fuck! I want pizza now. We had to start with this.
Maybe I'll order some pizza.
I can't. Miss Rimshee's on a diet that cuts out carbs mostly. So
yeah, doing the keto thing.
The fuck?
Okay. So we all know that there's two things that news sites are terrible at: editing and formatting.
Well, we've just done formatting.
And this next one's also formatting.
This one's a little bit of editing, too.
I haven't read through it yet.
Well, no. This next one is more about editing, but less about, maybe editing the actual words used, but editing, or the spelling or anything, or the grammar or anything like that, but a little bit of editing it to prevent innuendo. Go ahead and take this one away.
Idaho teen says he made $35K in 4 days plowing Seattle.
Not plowing snow in Seattle.
Plowing Seattle. Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. A northern Idaho teen says he made $35,000 in 4 days by charging as much as $750 an hour to plow during the early February snowstorms in Seattle. 18-year-old, okay, so at least he's legal. 18-year-old David Holston owns a landscaping and snow plowing company in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. He was visiting his mom. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. He was visiting his mom in the Seattle area for her birthday, and he brought along his plowing equipment thanks to a friend's suggestion. Holston says he put an ad on Craigslist when the storm started, and his phone rang constantly. By comparison, most websites, like HomeAdvisor.com, put the average snow removal hourly cost at about $110, ranging from as low as $30 an hour to as high as $400 an hour. Olson says his customers didn't seem to mind the price, but were just glad to have someone to plow. Oh, that last sentence.
Well, I stand by what I said earlier. This is editing.
No, that was on purpose. That was 100% on purpose. It has to be.
No, you underestimate the intellect of some of these people, like, or the awareness, so to say.
Yeah, I guess. Damn. Hold on, I have to reread that last sentence. Holston says his customers didn't seem to mind the price, but were just glad to have someone to plow. So good. So good. Article of the year. I'm calling it now.
I am so happy. The title alone, but I mean, holy shit.
Dude, start to finish. Plowing jokes. Alright.
And it was a Craigslist ad.
Yeah. That's the other... Is this real? Is this a satire on this site?
No, this can't be satire because apparently it's by the Associated Press. Look at the buy.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, it's just local news. By Associated Press. No. Alright. Gold. Love it.
God damn.
Okay. So, have you guys been seeing all those ads for VPNs and whatnot? People pretty serious about, security, cybersecurity especially. Well, guess what Google did?
Google didn't tell users its Nest security system has a mic.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh wait, what the fuck? Trending now on NewYorkPost.com. The second one down for me says Ocasio-Cortez blasts media for reporting on her new luxury high-rise. I don't know, I may look at that on my off time. I'm kind of tired about hearing her.
Well, yeah, she's making 6 figures. Of course she's gonna fucking get some nice shit.
Anyway, here's one way to let users know that the gadget you sold them includes a microphone that you forgot to tell them about. You can announce an over-the-air software update that enables the microphone in the device to support a digital assistant triggered by voice commands. Presto! You didn't know you bought something with a mic inside, and now you do!
Uh-oh!
Billy Mays here!
I'd be fucking pissed.
Yeah. In today's installment of Tech Giants Behaving Badly, I feel like that should be followed by some sort of soundboard sound of spanking. I don't know. Google has found itself in hot water over news that its Nest secure home security system has included a microphone this whole time, which, it turns out, the company never disclosed was there. Wow, I'm glad I never got Nest. Nest Secure got an update earlier this month that essentially turned it into another Google Assistant device, which means, whoops, we forgot to tell you that, yeah, that means there's a microphone inside. Interesting, they're including a tweet. Fuck it, I'll read it. We included a microphone in the Nest Guard with features such as the Google Assistant in mind. It has not been used up to this point, and you can enable or disable it at any time using the Nest app.
Sorry, I feel like you should have read the guy's question, because that's their answer.
Oh,
so
shit.
This guy's saying, where in any of the Nest Guard product materials does it mention a microphone? Have I had a device with a hidden microphone in my house this entire time? And then their response was that.
Yeah. Well, they're dumbasses anyway, so it's all good.
Yep.
Jordan Woods sexist snaps. Okay. Anyway. I'm getting distracted by shit off screen.
Yeah. Stop.
Google shared a mea culpa with Business Insider. Fuck them. About this. Telling the publication that the on-device microphone was never intended to be a secret and should have been listed in the tech specs. That was an error on our part. No shit. The company went on to explain
it's a little more than an error.
Yeah, the company went on to explain that the microphone has never been on and is only active when users specifically enable the option. That's nice. It's still a microphone. It's still hardwired in, and if someone is able to gain access to said device, they can also gain access to the microphone.
Yeah. I mean, I personally don't. I'd be pissed because I didn't know that there was a microphone there. But like 90% of the time I'm at home, I'm mic'd up anyways. Well, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I have a microphone in front of my computer. I've got a microphone on my face that Jables is listening to me through. Separate from you guys, so I can mute myself to you guys and he'll hear, or I could go the other way around and mute myself to him and tell you all about the bullshit that he puts me through.
Which means, yeah, which means he could really fuck with me by saying some shit, and then I respond, and you guys would have no context.
Or worse. There are worse things I could do. Anyway.
We'll talk about that off air.
Yeah, how much I want for my silence. Does that make you feel better? Whom are we kidding? Of course it doesn't. This oversight will no doubt continue to feed fears amongst ordinary customers that there's more than meets the eye when it comes to the consumer electronics we're surrounded by on the daily. The same way there's an assumption that pretty much everything we do online is tracked, watched, and analyzed. Hi, NSA!
Hi.
If you could edit that last dick pic I sent, it looked bigger than it actually is. So if you can just
shrink it down a little bit
smaller. I don't want the ladies getting the wrong idea.
I've been flirting on Twitter with some people, so I've got a few dick pics floating around.
Nest's $500 Nest's $500 home security system is only a year old, but there's still something icky about people realizing they've inadvertently had a microphone in their home for a year or more that they didn't know was there. I swear to God, I would totally bust that thing open and physically remove the microphone. Like, I'm not cool with it. I'm not cool with it. The Nest Secure system includes a collection of sensors as well as a hub and a keypad for a security code. At least the product page now makes it clear that there's a microphone included as part of the system, though as well as built-in Google Assistants.
Yeah. Isn't Nest like a security thing in the first? Yeah, it's a home security system. That's a security flaw in your security system, you fucks. Yeah. So Google fucked up again. Google, stop fucking up. I've actually been,
Oh, shit. Here's something that... I mean, I'll look at it later, but, Dr. Phil sued by former guest. I'm gonna open that up for myself, and I may send that to Jeff. Because,
what is it?
He may want to defend his buddy.
Can you send it to me? What the fuck?
I did not send it to you. I can.
Would you? Because now I'm confused. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, it's not up on the screen. We're not talking about it. It's just...
You need to stop getting distracted about stuff that's not, like, on the screen.
It's on the screen. It's just not pulled up. I said I was pulling that up for myself so I could look at it later. Yeah. But I may send that to Jeff because, you know, he has to defend his buddy somehow. Maybe he has been sidetracked. Maybe the New York Post has just become a tabloid journal.
New York Post is hit or miss, really. That's what I've learned.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. This website sucks. Not New York Post. So, are you guys ready for a zombie apocalypse?
Zombie!
We might have to do those articles we didn't want to do.
Yeah. Maybe we do them after.
Articles are super short.
Maybe we do them after this one so that we, Well, this one we can spend some time talking about. We'll see after this one what it's like.
So, this website sucks. It's ads. Holy shit. Adblock isn't even working for it.
I have no problem. You just suck.
My adblock is doing a shit job.
Well, I use some... I forget what my ad block is, but it's a extension on Firefox. Ad Blocker Ultimate, and I have no issues with it.
I've never had an issue with this ad blocker until this website.
Hey, pig!
Deadly infectious zombie deer disease is rapidly spreading across the U.S., and experts warn that humans could contract it next.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
This is actually something to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Because it's, you know...
Keep reading. Keep reading, slave.
A deadly and infectious condition known as zombie deer disease is said to be spreading rapidly across the U.S. and humans could be next, an expert has warned. Chronic wasting disease, CWD, is currently plaguing deer, elk, and moose across 24 states and 2 Canadian provinces. That's not cool. The disease attacks the brain, spinal cord, and other tissues in the creature before ultimately resulting in death. Should we vaccinate the deer?
No, because that could cause deer autism.
Have you ever seen a deer when it's in the rut?
Yeah.
Sometimes they just zone the fuck out, and their brain just shuts off sometimes. You can walk right up to
they're like any normal man.
Yeah. It's like, I'm too fucking horny, can't think about even moving a muscle. What the fuck is going on? It also causes dramatic weight loss, loss of coordination, and bouts of hyper-aggression. This week, Michael Osterhold, director of the Center for Infectious Disease Research and Policy at the University of Minnesota, issued a warning on possible effects on humans to state lawmakers. It is probable that human cases of chronic wasting disease associated with consumption with contaminated meat will be documented in the years ahead. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
You have to stop eating venison?
No.
It's possible. The number of human cases will be substantial and will not be isolated events. Osterhold likening CWD to mad cow disease, which swept through the UK in the 1980s and 1990s, killing over 150 people. CWD was first spotted in the wild roughly 40 years ago, but has been seen in captive deer as far back as the late 1960s. There have been no documented cases of humans contracting CWD, but recent research shows that it can be transmitted to other animals, including primates.
In other words, they're worried that that by eating a deer's brains, we're all gonna become fucking zombies.
Okay.
And scrolling down, this map right here that they have is the affected area. So, West Coast, you're safe. Montana, not so much. Up north, and looks like a couple counties in the South of Montana might also have issues. Texas. But if you look at like Nebraska or what is that, Wyoming? Fucked.
Yep. Unless you're in that little tiny corner. But I still wouldn't risk it.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, overall you're pretty good. Texas, that looks like it might be captive deer areas. Just with how small the parts are. But my state, totally fine. All right.
Okay, so brainwash. I just want to say Jables Boogly is a very honorable citizen of the US&A. And the fact he is so beloved in South America have nothing to do with our IQ stats. Even by JAF standards.
What the fuck? By the way, thanks, Bar, for getting our Portugal ratings up. Oh, now that a bunch of people are here, I want to remind everybody, could you just do me a favor and like this? Helps with the algorithm. I kind of want to reach 200 subscribers by my birthday. That's it. Share it out maybe even, too, if you want. Don't really care.
You know what? I should hit like, too. I forget to hit like all the time.
Me too. Thank you, Aguilar. Yeah, so if you're in the U.S., keep eating deer as long as you aren't in that one area.
As long as you aren't affected by this, officially, you should be fine, but make sure that it's cooked well. And don't eat the brain or spine. I think that's the primary points of issues.
Yeah. Bar, you can hit the dislike button if you want. Interaction is interaction. It doesn't really matter. Still helps with the algorithm. Yeah. So, but on the other hand, other than not being able to eat deer or not wanting, like, zombie apocalypse.
Oh, there's more to this, by the way. Scroll down.
Oh, there's. Oh shit! Fuck yeah! All right. The formatting on this website just sucks. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC), the most likely method of contraction will be consuming infected meat, much like how mad cow disease emerged. Currently, as many as 15,000 infected deer are eaten each year, a number that's expected to rise by 20% annually, according to Oster. Really? Huh. When asked the chances of humans becoming infected with CWD, Osterhold compared it to a throw at the genetic roulette table. Okay. So far, CWD has primarily blossomed in northern Colorado and southern Wyoming.
Yeah!
And it's been spreading further afield ever since. Okay.
Keep going.
Yeah, these are some gross looking deer. I'm just commenting on the... I like... all the books I read have picked. Since 2000, the area known to be affected by CWD in free-ranging animals has increased to at least 24 states, including states in the Midwest, Southwest, and limited areas on the East Coast, the CDC says. It is possible that CWD may also occur in other states without strong animal surveillance systems, but that cases haven't been detected yet. Once CWD is established in an area, the risk can remain for a long time in the environment. The affected areas are likely to continue to expand. The disease earned its nickname from bizarre symptoms it causes, including a vacant stare and exposed ribs as it causes the animal to physically waste away. People have to understand the significance of this. We can't wait until we have the first cases coming.
Well, okay, so this may have been going on for a little while, And in fact, it does sound like the actual infections have been going on for a while, Aguilar. The thing that this article's about is the likelihood of transmission to humans, is what they're commenting on. But I mean, you look at these pictures of these deer, they're fucking disgusting. That's not a prize deer right there. In either of these pictures. Those aren't prizes.
Also, yeah, but this is also when the disease is pretty heavily on set. I mean, a deer could still have the disease without all of these symptoms showing.
Yeah, it could be in early stages, but early stages you're less likely to feel that. Or you're less likely to, I'm sure, get infected because there's less there in the animal's body. In all honesty, I kind of want to go deer hunting, not to go deer hunting, but to kill these more worse off deer, put them out of their misery. Also, the moment the first case happens, it's not likely. I'm gonna say right here, I doubt that it's very likely that we will see a human case, at least within a reasonable amount of time for what we would consider. However, the moment we do, I know exactly where I'm going.
Washington?
No, my D6's parents' place.
Ah.
I mean, there are deer around, but it's sparsely populated, and I've got clear sight lines.
Nice. Good choice.
Plus, plenty of space to roam
bridge
around.
in my neighborhood.
You gonna do what?
I was just gonna take over the bridge in that whole corner by the river in my neighborhood. I'll show you a map
to do it. Oh no, I think I know where you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, Aguilar, yeah, it was first spotted 40 years ago. This is it's just spreading a lot worse. That's all. This article is just about the spread of it, the potential of humans contracting it, because some evidence shows that primates can also catch it. I don't know how they tested that. I don't know how they know that, but
they were probably studying the genetic code of the disease, or probably the RNA or whatever because I don't know if it's a prion or if it's a bacterium or a virus or what the transmission method is, but The big, I think the big issue is that they're just concerned and they're voicing concern, and it just makes me slightly hopeful.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want people to die. But
Kinda want a zombie apocalypse.
Kinda.
Oh.
I mean, let's be honest.
Wait, hold on. Smart Pig asked us to pause the show. Hold on a second.
Why are we pausing the show, Smart Pig?
Oh, he needs more booze.
Oh. Yeah, we all need more booze.
Happen. I do too. Yeah. Oh, we all want a zombie apocalypse, because, yeah. I've spent too much time planning the zombie apocalypse, but let's be realistic. So have a shit ton of other people. Zombie apocalypse would last like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Let me be completely brutally honest here. When I was in high school, a group of kids and I had a plan for how to secure the school in the event of a zombie apocalypse. We had plans for how to secure it in the event of your standard shuffling zombies, your running, jumping zombies, And just basically any variant you could think of a zombie, we had a plan for that. Any contingency of them breaking a perimeter, we had a contingency for that.
Okay. I got you. So, back in my hometown when I was in high school, I had a buddy who owned a majority of the land in that area. Well, it turns out a while ago, his grandpa or his great-grandpa built a bomb shelter on top of a butte, and it was the highest hill in the area, that later they rented out to some sort of company to put a radio tower on it. And the bunker's still there. You could still go down in there. And then all the equipment to run the radio tower is down there, too. And it's on top of the highest point. You can see everything around you. And, yeah. Fucking perfect.
Fucking bar. Just be careful with the guy who will pay a pair of extras to bite him. Oh, well, we weren't going to talk about Jesse Smollett. Because... well, he's fucking dumb at this point.
I do have one thing to say about Jesse Smollett. Ha ha ha! You're fucking retarded.
This is why actors aren't writers.
That's what I keep hearing people say.
Actually, you know what? So, has anyone heard about this blowback with, oh fuck, shit, I can't remember their name all of a sudden. The knife company.
Oh, Benchmade.
Benchmade, yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that last night.
Yeah, no, I don't know what to think about that. I want more info. I want more info on that, because that's a situation where it's the knife company was thanked. Anyone who hasn't heard, they're a knife company who was thanked by their local PD for assisting them in destroying firearms that were turned in at gun buybacks or for destruction, and weapons that were ordered by the courts be destroyed. And the Second Amendment industry was up in a shit fit, because they're touchy about firearms. A lot of them didn't stop to ask questions, it seems like, and
I heard it wasn't entirely like a gun buyback program. It was like guns that were made illegally, or
guns that were ordered destroyed by the courts. Illegally. I included that.
Yeah. Okay.
But here's the thing, and the Gun Collective actually looked into this, and apparently they have put a lot of money down on anti-firearm politicians, and it's pretty much 100% of their what they put towards campaigns went 100% of it went to Democrats. And of the top 5 that they supported, 4 of them are anti-gun, and only the second highest supporter was the not anti-gun one. Because you can't say that a Democrat's pro-gun necessarily. There are plenty out there, but we're talking politicians here.
Are there like knife lobbies out there? Because this just looks like they're trying to get rid of guns so more people buy knives.
I had that same thought. Here, you know what? I'm going to pull up an article on this, if I could find it.
Yeah. Drop me... Here. Hold on.
Yeah, we're looking for this real quick. How do we want to... Do we want to look at this from AmmoLand, Gear Junkie, Recoil Magazine? Jeez, these sound like very unbiased and unopinionated sites.
I got the... Hold on, let's see if they fuck with my shit.
The Firearms blog. Breitbart. Gun University.
The only one would be like KPTV, which is a local. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, Giovanna. It sounds. Yeah. We're not saying that is what it is, but it kind of has the feel of that. And
there you go. This
is just as stupid.
Least. It is a local news company owned by Fox, but it's the least biased looking one in the list that I saw. I dropped a link in the...
Yeah, I just pulled it up.
Cool.
Alright, so let's read through this real quick, because this is fucking weird. Oregon City Knife Company, police face backlash after social media post. Yeah, by the way, this whole thing started with the Oregon police posting something. Oregon City Police are facing scrutiny after the department shared a post on Facebook thanking Oregon City manufacturer Benchmade Knife Company for helping destroy guns. The post showed sparks flying as heavy machinery cuts into several long guns at Benchmade Knife Company. The post read, "Thank you, Benchmade Knife Company, for assisting us today by cutting up guns that are ready to be destroyed."
Yeah.
The original post was to thank Benchmade for just assisting us. Oregon City Police Captain Sean Davis said, "It was nothing more than that. That post went viral on social media before Captain Davis said the department took it off Facebook. But that wasn't before it was screen grabbed and shared all over social media." Captain Davis told Fox 12 on Thursday the posts that the department took off Facebook appeared to be the same post in a Truth About Guns article. Pardon me. Online people from all over the country claimed it's a violation of Second Amendment rights and shared harsh words with Benchmade. Some customers even went as far as to say they're boycotting the company. But Captain Davis said the arrangement with Benchmade was simply common procedure. These were actually the judge's order saying surrender all firearms to the police department. Corporal, what the fuck? "We came to Benchmade and asked them, hey, we need to destroy these guns. They're too big and we need to make them smaller so they can fit into a certain size box to be incinerated." What? They said, "Sure, we've got the equipment, that'll be no problem." Captain Davis says nearly all of the 9 long guns cut up by Benchmade were involved in some sort of crime. Nearly all. He says Oregon City Police do not auction off or sell guns. "We're not taking away people's guns," Captain Davis said. "Some people were saying that these were gun buybacks, and we've never done a gun buyback. If we did sell a gun legally and it got into the wrong hands, or it was used in a violent crime, or a murder, or something like that, and it got traced back to us, we would have to answer to the public to say you had this gun, and you had an opportunity to get rid of this gun, and now look what it did."
That's a fair assessment from a PR stance.
From a PR standpoint, yeah.
They just want to leave themselves as little accountability
Yeah.
for what somebody else might do with that gun as possible. That's understandable. I can't really blame them for that one.
Captain Davis says none of the firearms that Benchmade helped destroy were stolen guns. Oregon City Police do try to return stolen guns to the rightful owners. Benchmade Director of Marketing Matthew Elliott clarified the company's role in the arrangement and took a strong stance on Second Amendment rights as well as continuing to support local law enforcement. Yeah, I actually saw that, and it's a nothing statement. It's I'm trying to kick the can down the road till everyone forgets about all of this. It's not necessarily about the photo. It's about the fact that we were engaging in the act actively. And from our standpoint, being the strong supporters that we are of the Second Amendment rights, we're now, like, at this point in time, understanding that market's response was that strong, and really regardless, we're not going to be doing that moving forward, said Elliott. But Elliott says the company respects anyone's First Amendment right to speak out against the company. Within sort of the political constructs of today, a picture like that, with no context related to it, especially, it's going to draw a strong reaction, and it did. Like I said, TGC also looked deeper into this, and it does sound like this incident is very much they assisted with something that was court-ordered anyway. And
yeah. It's like,
benefit of the doubt. We got
shit to cut. We got shit to cut out of shit.
Yeah, benefit of the doubt. I'll give them that. But at the same time, you look a little further in. It sound like because TGC couldn't get them to give a response. Not surprising. TGC is a YouTube channel, and it's kind of not a huge one. It's kind of big in the Second Amendment community, but it's not necessarily a huge channel. So the fact that the fact that they didn't get a response from Benchmade isn't exactly surprising. But like I said, they did some digging into the background as a result of that, and it turns out that it looks like most of Benchmade's money, all of Benchmade's money goes to Democrats, and of the top 5, 4 of the top 5 were anti-firearms Democrats. Now, just because they're Democrats is not an excuse to say, oh, that means they're anti-Second Amendment.
No.
In theory, you could make the argument that they're trying to put that money up to bring them around. But this is a knife company, not a gun company. Their concern is not with firearms necessarily. Beyond,
they do have a big motivation to guns being banned.
They don't have
people will buy knives.
Yeah, they have a motivation towards it, but at the same time, they could end up dealing with European knife control bullshit.
Ah, shit.
But this ultimately boils down to a lot of people talking shit about shit that they didn't do a lot of research on. Like I said, TGC did a lot of research on it. That TGC stands for the Gun Collective, if anyone's curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in all honesty, the Bar brings up a good point. It could just be that those are the politicians that they're most likely to get to open up about knife laws, or easing up on knife laws. Because that's the company's bread and butter. They're not concerned with guns, they're concerned with knives.
That's
and
fair.
I'm not necessarily the type of person who's going to sit here and boycott the company. But at the same time, it is a little weird to look at. And I don't know.
I personally think we can go down the whole they're trying to get guns banned to sell more knives, conspiracy theory, and things like that. Real Jake, or Jables, oops, doxed myself again. I honestly think this is a nothing. Yeah, I honestly think this is a nothing burger. It just looks bad. That's it.
But yeah, the Gun Collective had, like I said, they're not a huge channel. They've got 170,000 subscribers. We're not going to be able to add any significant number to that. In all honesty, I'd like to talk to Mr. Patton. I forget his first name. John Patton, the host of TGC, or Adam Kraut. I think that'd be really cool, but they wouldn't come on this show, most likely. We don't talk about guns often enough, despite my desires.
Talk about guns if you want. Find some shit about guns. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, but that would just drive everyone away. But yeah, this is a whole...
Well, most of our audience is pro-gun.
This is a whole nothing burger of a situation, it sounds like. It will pass. A lot of people thought it was it was another Yeti Coolers incident. It doesn't sound like that. Although every other knife company that is in competition with Benchmade has said, had decided to go on the offensive and just kick Benchmade while they're down by posting pro-Second Amendment tweets and all this fun stuff.
Yeah, that's just marketing, though.
You are our Blade correspondent, Bar, but this was about guns, not knives.
Yeah. So now we're at an impasse. It's kind of about knives, but it's not...
It's about a knife company, but it's based around guns.
Yeah, I've never had a Benchmade. I don't know how they are. I'm a huge fan. I'm more of a fan of Kershaw.
I like Benchmade folding knives, though. They're pretty sturdy.
I like the US made Kershaws.
Kershaws are nice.
Yeah,
they're not as tough as they used to be, but they're still nice knives.
Well, the issue with Kershaw is that they have another facility in China, so you can actually buy. You might get stuck with a Chinese made one and not a US made one. The US made ones are still pretty good and solid.
I don't know, Bar. I've seen pretty good quality from Benchmade on all the knives I bought from them. I even bought one recently. But I always handle the knife and use it. Well, not use it, but I always handle the knife and hold it in my hand and look at the quality before I buy it. And I've actually seen relatively good metal and all that stuff in terms of what I'm getting. But like I said, that's specifically me looking at what I'm getting first.
Should we just get Bar on?
Yeah, we may as well pull him on. Here's the thing, though. They're not bad. They may be overhyped, and that's a fair assessment. The thing is, I like the Blade, and I'm willing to spend a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm willing to spend a little bit more for a knife that I am familiar with and comfortable with, and it is still good, and like I said, I check the quality of the knives that I'm using before I purchase them. I don't just buy online.
Yeah. Hey, Bar. Welcome back. Haven't been on the show in a while.
Sorry. I was just ranting a little bit. Didn't mean to force my way in. It's mostly a joke about not being invited, and you are right. It is mostly to do with the blowback to the gun demographics that also happens to buy knives.
Yeah, well, pretty much anyone in the gun industry is going to purchase knives. Not necessarily the best knives. I know plenty of guys who buy crappy knives because they don't know any better. I know plenty of guys who will spend a lot of money on a really good knife that is just too expensive for what it is. I have no problem spending a little bit of extra money, but you also have to keep in mind that I'm not that far from Oregon. I'm not that far from Benchmade's main location. I have
invariably.
So, and in country, it's probably cheaper than what you're seeing. So you got to take that into account too.
Yeah, there's that as well. I mean, I can't blame people for going cheap, especially when they're novices and they don't know any better. That's something every hobbyist is going to run into.
Yeah. Well, I went really cheap on my first knife.
But Benchmade used to have like a really solid reputation.
They still have a pretty good reputation, but it's
it just no longer lives up to.
It's a good reputation, but I can see why some people would say it costs more. Like before all this happened, I went to the store and I was looking at knives, and I bought Miss Rimshee a knife that she picked out. She picked out a Griptilian, which is their entry-level $100 knife. But she picked out the one that has much better materials and is much higher quality, so it's in the hundreds of dollars and such. We got it on sale for like $150, but it's like a $200 knife. So keep that in mind. I also look for sales.
Yeah, I mean, we all like a bargain, dude. But
Yeah.
like, if we were talking like,
Plus, Miss
I've said
Rimshee
it
now has
before
a
to
knife.
you guys. Yeah.
I mean, it may not
you'll
be.
regret that soon enough.
It. No, I won't.
Yeah, because she got a knife, you got yourself a stab-proof vest. Nah, sorry, dude. But I think I've told you guys this a couple of times. It's like, as soon as you start going to $200, $300+ you might as well be getting yourself a custom piece done.
It depends on the knife, but
that's around
I
the,
generally agree.
That's around the budget that you can actually get yourself a craftsman to do something just for you. At really good quality. If anything, you'll probably end up getting a bargain out of it.
Yeah.
Because if anything, a lot of very talented hobbyists tend to undercharge.
But that's mostly because it's a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you want to stick on for the rest of this? We got two articles we still want to go through.
I mean, if you guys will have me, I'll stick around.
Yeah, sure. I posted the next articles that we're going to be doing in order in the
yeah, so...
I'll have a look. Meanwhile, take it away.
Yeah. Alright, go ahead, Jables. Take this one away.
Yeah, this one's perfect. Man tattoos wrong rover in honor of NASA's Opportunity rover. NASA's Opportunity rover had a long, eventful stay on Mars, but unfortunately, those days are now behind us. The rover has been officially declared dead after a dust storm last year caused its batteries to remain dry and cold, preventing it from waking back up. There have been several heartfelt tributes to the robot over the past few days, and the scientific community is mourning the loss of Opportunity, or Oppie, as it's been affectionately nicknamed, in various ways. But one particular tribute recently gained a lot of attention on social media, and for all the wrong reasons. Author and journalist Charles Finch posted a photo of what appears to be a genuine tattoo of a NASA rover, along with the phrase, "My battery is low, and it's getting dark." It's not his tattoo, but whoever got it probably has some regrets.
No regrets.
Perfect time. No regrets.
Jesus Christ.
It's the perfect time to make bad decisions.
Yep. I mean, I really don't get it. The whole anthropomorphizing, fuck it, whatever. Not my fucking native language. I can mispronounce this.
Yeah.
Like, just treating the fucking rover as if it was a person. Motherfuckers are crying and shit over this. What the fuck is wrong with people? Like,
I don't know if anybody actually crying.
Like I was told, Gator's roommate was apparently like tear-eyed as he heard the news and was telling him.
Okay, I can actually see a little bit of that. Opportunity rover, as weird as this sounds, it has been an inspiration to people for about, 15 years now, in a scientific basis. It's, the fact that it went for a 90-day mission and has only just now felt its time come is pretty crazy. The only thing that could possibly top this is if in, 6 months, we get a signal.
Yeah. And also on top of that, I can speak for the anthropomorphization of the ship. Disney. The movie WALL-E.
Yeah, that probably didn't help.
Yeah. That's all I have to say. Disney anthropomorphizes things all the time. It's the reason why. It's the reason why a bunch of people are constantly talking about how we need to protect the bears. We need to not hunt, and nobody thinks of bears as vicious fucking animals that will eat everything, including their own kids. And
well, the males will. The females won't.
Yeah. Yeah, the males will though. And people are like, there's places in Canada where they've made it illegal to hunt bears, but those votes came from people that lived in the city that don't have to deal with the bears.
Yeah, funny how that works.
Yeah. So now there's a lot of overpopulation of bears in certain areas going on right now, and it's all because people will think of like cute little teddy bears or
Winnie the Pooh,
Blue from Winnie the Pooh, Blue from Jungle Book. The list goes on. They're not cute and cuddly. They will murder you.
Oh, they're cute and cuddly, as long as you don't mind getting mauled to death.
As long as they've already eaten.
So what you're saying is we need to organize field trips for city dwellers.
Well,
to go meet the kid bears.
There was that one guy who sat there with bears, and he's like, "Oh no, the bears love me, dude."
Oh, Grizzly Man. Oh shit.
I could just imagine that, and this is actually a joke from Ron White. I could just imagine that guy's dad telling him that he'd never amount to shit. Well, look at me now, father. I have amounted to shit. I have amounted to bear shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's just didn't the bears eat his girlfriend at the time too?
Yeah.
Well, I mean his girlfriend. Period. There's no at the time anymore.
I mean, have you ever heard the audio? That is some haunting shit, man.
Of him getting eaten?
Yeah, there's audio recording of it.
Damn.
Of the whole attack.
I don't know if I want to listen to that or not.
Oh, look, I am not a squeamish dude, but
yeah,
that's a hard pass, honestly.
My curiosity says yes.
What I've learned is if you get mauled by a bear, it's not gonna be over quickly.
Yeah,
that's
Speaking
why.
of curiosity, the phrase actually originated in a tweet that has since been misattributed to NASA. In truth, the line was written by a Twitter user to summarize the last information opportunity sent back to Earth. It's an emotional quote, but the rover obviously didn't converse with its handlers so much that it simply sent back readings on its power level and the amount of sun hitting its solar panels. I'm sorry. You can go ahead, Rimshee. I just saw that perfect opportunity for a nice little segue back into the article, and
Absolutely.
What were you gonna say about bears again, or do you want me to keep going?
No, keep going.
I was gonna say that's why if I ever go into bear country, I'm carrying firearms.
Oh, of course.
Like, I'll have a 45 on me, but that's not gonna be enough to stop a bear. It'll probably just piss it off. I need to get something stronger if I'm gonna be in bear country.
Yeah.
No.
Or I'll just hit it in the same spot 12 times. That's a lie. It'll be 8. I've got a 1911.
I remember one time in high school, I lived out in the middle of nowhere, for anybody that doesn't know. And I was pulling up to my buddy's place because I was going to pick him up. We were going to go into town and, I don't know, probably smoke some weed or something. And I pull up to his house, and there's just a brown bear sitting on his porch. And I look at it. I look behind me. Nothing behind me. I just put the car in reverse, and I just left until I got cell phone service again. I called him, and I was like, dude, there's a bear on your porch. He's like, yeah, I know. I would have come out if it wasn't there. We just waited around for a little bit. Picked him up when the bear left.
Anyway, if you guys look at this tattoo, sum it up real quick. That's obviously not opportunity. That's curiosity.
Yeah.
The solar panels are a dead giveaway. here's curiosity, there's the tattoo, and that's opportunity. Tell me which one it looks more like.
Yep.
What a fucking dumbass.
Yeah. Tattoos are forever. But then again, we do almost religiously follow a guy that got internet infamous tattooed across his chest.
Yeah. But all I'm saying is someone's gonna make money with a cover-up, so.
The one thing I will say is that probably will be easier to cover up because you just add solar panels and it's harder to tell.
Harder to tell, but I mean, like...
Yeah, but he has to live with the knowledge that it's based on curiosity, not opportunity.
Yeah, they're... Like, everything, just about everything about them, except for basic shape, is different.
Yeah. But you can do a pretty easy cover-up to make it look less like... less obvious that it's curiosity. Which Curiosity, I think, has a nuclear power plant on it or something like that.
Something like that.
It's got a massive just battery pack on it that doesn't run out of battery so that's why I think it's probably nuclear based. No. Let's go Fukushima on Mars. Don't actually do that. Curiosity needs to stay around.
Speaking of cover-up tattoos, Jeff, you know which tattoo I'm talking about. Jeff, get that covered up real soon.
Yeah, it's about fucking time.
Keep it covered with a sleeve until then. But speaking about robots, speaking of robots in space, a Japanese spacecraft landed on an asteroid and fired a bullet into it. Here's why. Yeah. The Japanese are creating Gundams. And this is a test. Gundams in space, I swear. Alright. A Japanese spacecraft successfully touched down on a distant space rock Thursday. The refrigerator-sized Hayabasa 2 craft settled on asteroid Ryugu a few minutes before 6 p.m. Eastern Time, about 8 a.m. local time in Japan on February 22nd. The Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency, JAXA, that's actually pretty cool. I almost like that as much as... I don't know which I like better, NASA or JAXA. Both are pretty cool. After touchdown, JAXA officials confirmed that the probe fired a bullet into the asteroid to capture a bit of debris that eventually will be returned to Earth. Although it's unclear yet whether the debris has been collected. Launched by JAXA in 2014, Hayabasa 2 reached Ryugu in Japan. Reached Ryugu in June 2018. After a voyage of 2 billion miles on the in the months since then, the craft dropped a pair of small rovers on the space rock to explore its surface. The landing was originally planned for last October, but JAXA postponed it after instruments aboard the rovers found that the asteroid's surface isn't covered with dusty soil, regolith, but is instead strewn with rocks, something scientists had not anticipated.
Just so everybody knows, this rover landing on this asteroid is... I think this is actually... We covered this back when it was happening.
When they first started it,
yeah. This sparked off our whole
science
kick.
Which I'm happy we're on. I am happy to talk about guns, but I'm happy we're on this science kick.
Wait. If they didn't knew the terrain's going to be rocky, why did it have a gun on it then, originally?
Why not?
The Japanese know something we don't.
No, they knew it was going to be rocky. Okay, so for anybody that doesn't know, these are actually really cool rovers because what they actually do is they hop around instead of roll around. They anticipated it being rocky. It uses the gravity from the asteroid to hop around a little bit. They jump instead of roll.
Anyway, the expected topography of the of a powdery fine regrowth was not found. Regolith, whatever, was not found on the surface of Ryugu. God damn, how did I screw that up this time? Members of the Hayabasa 2 team said in a February 14th blog posted on the JAXA website, it took time to investigate the safety of the spacecraft during touchdown, they said, using an abbreviation for touchdown. They said TD, whatever. Shortly after touchdown, JAXA confirmed that the Hayabasa 2 spacecraft fired the bullet. Project managers will now monitor data from the space probe to see if it successfully deployed a container to collect samples of the material kicked up from the surface by the impact.
So they shot it.
They shot it.
See, I want to see what pops up if we hit it with a high impact. How should we do that? Shoot it with a gun.
Well, if you look at the bottom, that's Hayabasa 2 will fire a small bullet into the asteroid Ryugu to collect samples of the space rock from the ejected material. And you can see that image at the bottom. That is what they fired, it looks like. So it's like a weird hollow point.
So, Japanese robots have more gun rights than Japanese people.
Yeah. It's written by the government. Government can have guns.
Fair enough. Okay.
JAXA tested the process on Earth, firing a bullet into gravel held within a chamber designed to mimic the vacuum of space. Researchers determined that the resulting rocky debris would be small enough to be collected and brought back to Earth for analysis, but will take a while. These samples aren't scheduled to arrive until late 2020. That's not surprising. But this is fucking cool. Like they're saying, yeah, no, this is for science. We're collecting samples. Let's be honest. They're testing firearms in space so that they can make a Gundam and just own the world.
Yeah. The part about firing guns in space, that bullet will never stop until it hits something.
The robot should have had a katana.
I know, right? No respect for fucking tradition.
God damn.
You can just say these things out loud. You're on the show.
I mean, you guys are talking. It is your show anyway. Didn't want to interrupt for that one.
Oh, hush.
Oh, and Derpy was asking, how about gun science for us to talk about? I think that would be a good reason to get that dude from TGC on.
Yeah. I mean, if you can... You're the one who has the contacts. If you can get John Patton to come on the show, I will be surprised, but I would be very happy.
I'll ask around.
I mean, isn't that a reaction whenever Jables does something cool?
Here's the thing. Some of my contacts, Jeff and Nick, might want them for themselves.
Yeah. But I'm not sure that they'd talk. They know him. That would be cool. But I would love to see him on their show though too. I would love to see him on their show though too. But I'd love to have him like here to just bullshit. And it'll be a gun science episode.
Oh, that'd be
episode. That'd be awesome.
That would be a lot of fun. Might as well at some point.
Yeah.
We'll go do it like try to do it like during the next election cycle.
Yeah.
There you go.
We can talk about laws and science and all that shit.
Yeah, no, definitely talking about law. That's something I'm not the most knowledgeable person, but it's something I will argue. Mostly because the Second Amendment is not something we'll change my mind on. If you want to enact certain gun laws, you have to repeal the Second Amendment. There are certain things that I'm like, it's not an issue. Prime example being background checks right now, because it literally takes a few minutes to finish the background check. You put in the information, you get an answer. Yeah. That's it. That's all you need. Most of the time you're there is filling out paperwork. Not even joking. That's most of the time spent purchasing a firearm. And if you're in California, that's not true, because most of the time is spent waiting for them to be able to give it to you.
Okay. Serious question real quick, Brainwash. Are you actually starting a cult about me? 'Cause that'd be dope. Man, I have some ideas. I'm actually in the process of starting my own religion. There's just a few things that I have to jump over for it to be federally recognized.
Hey, and on Brazil of all places.
Yeah.
Can I ever go visit someone? Hey, it's sunny. The women are good looking.
Yeah. Totally down for a cult. Yeah, like I try to stick but...
Oh god.
Yep.
Completely non-related to the other St. Jabel's pinatas filled with Colombian sugar, built especially for the sacred processions and disco parties. Like
yeah, why? I completely see your cult having disco parties, Jables. They are sacred disco parties.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why not. No, don't call me Mr. Man. No. And don't call me Mr.
Boogly.
Jones either.
He's Mr. Boogly, so he's a nasty blowjob.
Or a saggy nutsack.
Yeah, that.
Which I only found out because I was trying to play Apex Origins and it wasn't letting me be Jables Boogly. I'm like, what is wrong about this name? Then I looked it up on looked it up on Urban Dictionary. Yeah.
Senor Boogly.
No, but Brainwash, get in contact with me because I actually have a whole doctrine written for a religion that I was trying to start.
Brainwash is going to be your Brazilian pastor.
He mostly just wants tax cuts, but if you can get people to actually believe, then it doesn't matter.
Well, no, it's totally legit. Totally legit. Okay, so the issues that I'm running into is I have to have a plan for teaching youths about the religion. And actually, that's pretty much it.
Actually, you could just, see if you can just start.
Well, wasn't it that, and your sacred sites can't be bars because children can't be let in there or something like that?
Oh yeah. Well, no, it's more because it's because it
Amen, Brainwash.
Can be breweries because in Washington State kids are allowed to go into breweries, or like wine bars and whatnot. But nowhere that serves hard alcohol. But the issue was coming up with a way to teach the kids and allowing them to take part in like the Holy Sacrament and things like that, which is
the sacred spirits,
booze and weed.
I mean,
we take in spirits to raise our spirits.
The answer is simple: just animated YouTube videos.
Yeah, but it has to be a building.
Oh,
yeah. We have to have a regular meeting place that also provides teachings. It can be a shared meeting place with other people for other things, but it has to be a regular meeting place for regular meetings.
Look up whenever they have AA meetings. So
that's what we're fighting. the dirty non-believers.
Hey, you got to multitask. You grab the adults, and then you also have the children. Win-win.
Yeah, but the adults at AA are the unholy. They have forsaken the gods, the spirits.
Exactly, which is why you bring them back to the fold.
Born agains. Got it.
Drunk again. Exactly.
Yeah, I've already gotten several brewmasters in my area classified as our priests.
Yeah, no conflict of interest there, I'm sure.
Yeah, apparently I'm the Pope.
Well,
Wow.
they're buddies of mine because I hang out at their breweries all the time.
Wait, no, I thought the Pope was supposed to have a funny hat, not a funny haircut.
Oh no, I'm the Pope.
No, you said I was the
hats.
Pope. You're the religious figure of idolization, remember?
You're the Messiah.
No, I was probably drunk when I said that.
No. The technical term, Jables, is a religious trance. Get used to it.
Yep. There we go.
What have we started?
We're raising awareness about our religion. Jeez.
God, I feel like
also
I hope this
imbibing
becomes
in
a thing
alcohol
on the Discord.
is not necessarily a requirement. Cannabis is also a cousin of the hop plant, and that is acceptable too. I spent way too much time writing out this doctrine.
No. What makes you say that?
Hilarious. I thought it would be fucking hilarious, and then I saw the legal loophole. I saw the legal jumps I had to go through. It was fucking ridiculous.
So, does your religion
it
involve
does now,
Brazilian
Giovanna.
waxing? Oh man.
Most religions oppress women. I might as well do it one way or another.
I mean,
Well.
yeah.
Okay then, and I think on that note, we're about a half hour away from the Saints.
Yeah.
Be sure to catch us next week at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Be sure to join the Saints on their show in a half hour, link in the description. And be sure to catch the Locked and Loaded stream every Monday. I forget what time it starts. But they forgot ours on Monday, so I think that's reasonable. Pig?
I think it's like 6 o'clock PST.
Something like that.
5 or 6, something like that. Whatever, just subscribe to their channel. Link is in the description for that, too.
Yeah.
So. Oh, and follow me on Twitter, and like or dislike, and share this, I guess. I want to hit 200 subs before my birthday, so.
Yeah. And you work on getting Patton in.
Yeah, I'll start hitting people up on Twitter.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Anyway, everyone, have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
And I hit the oh shit. Okay, yeah, we're good. Transition.
Giovanna was late on getting us to